I'll let you know the minute I find anything.
And if you don't find anything?
I'd like to let you know anyway, if I may.
I'd appreciate that.
I'd appreciate the opportunity.
Frank got himself a date, and Victoria got herself a bloodhound. I love it. Hello, and welcome to my watch of the original supernatural soap opera Dark Shadows. I am Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and we're all the way up to episode 92. Let's see what's happening in Collinwood.
My name is Victoria Winters. For the first time since I have come to live at Collinwood, I am away from the gloomy mansion I now call home, waiting to see a man who may be able to help me in my search for my identity.
Noticing here that they saved themselves the budget of a set for a hotel room for Victoria, we've gone straight to the lawyer's office the next morning.
Sit down, Miss Winters. I'm sorry if I gave you a false impression. I know who you are now, but as to your past, I'm afraid I know as little about it as you do.
And that's the episode, folks. Congratulations, everybody. 93 straight ahead of us. No, not really. That's cold open. Boo. My assumption is there will be more. I don't think he's going to tell Miss Winters. I mean, realistically, there's no legal reason why he would explain to her, you know, what bill was paid to Hanscom whenever that happened.
But, well, suppose that my father turned out to be a convicted murderer or insane.
Oh, you're borrowing trouble that doesn't exist.
Well, you asked for a motive, and there's a perfectly good one.
You're borrowing trouble that doesn't exist. That's a great turn of phrase, man. I'm going to use that. All right. I like Mr. Richard Garner, Esquire.
Oh, Frank. Miss Winters, this is my son, Frank, the other half of Garner
Hello.
and Garner. Miss Winters comes to us from Collinwood, where she teaches young David.
Well, if there'd been teachers like Miss Winters when I went to school, I might still be there.
Thank you very much. Well, of course, he couldn't know anything about
On a ledger that's 20 to 30 years old, hardly.
But it did say Garner and Garner.
Oh, well, at that time, the other half is my brother. He died 5 years ago.
Well, is there anything I can do to help?
I'm afraid there isn't anything anyone can do.
Try me.
A handsome young man for our Miss Winters. Okay, what did we get out of that conversation with Mr. Garner? First of all, again, it's not 50 years ago that the house was closed up. He's talking about 20, 25, maybe 30 years ago, that ledger where it was a house full of staff. So the house was not blocked off 50 years ago, which wouldn't have made sense for Elizabeth to remember it that well anyway. I wouldn't think. I don't know how old Elizabeth's supposed to be, but she's not supposed to be that old. She's got a daughter who's, 19, 18. What is Carolyn supposed to be? Anyway, I wonder what's going to happen here in Bangor now with our handsome young lawyer. We're about to go back to Collinwood.
Miss Winters came
No.
to Bangor on a wild goose chase, Frank.
How do you mean, Dad?
Does he know about me?
No, I don't believe he does.
All right, all I have to do is look at the last list with his name on it and see if there's an address where that last check was sent. Simple?
Well, you certainly make it sound simple.
Look, where are you staying? At the hotel?
Yes.
Okay, look, why don't you go back there and rest up? Looking through the files of Garner and Garner's a dusty job. I'll let you know the minute I find anything.
And if you don't find anything?
I'd like to let you know anyway, if I may.
I'd appreciate that.
I'd appreciate the opportunity.
Frank got himself a date, and Victoria got herself a bloodhound. I love it. Well, I said they saved the money for a set. They did not. They saved the money for a set for a room, I guess. Oh, this is the same. This is where Burke had dinner before.
May I join you?
You seem to have made up your mind to do it already. How can I stop you?
Well, you could say no, and I could slink away properly chastised.
Sit down.
You could say no, and I could slink away properly chastised. Man, good writing. Go Dan. Go Dan Curtis and team.
Surely you don't suspect the Collins family of keeping anything from you.
Well, I didn't until today.
What happened today?
Can I trust you?
Why not?
No, not really. Not really, you can't. He's not. I don't think Burke is quite as selfish as Carolyn, but it's real close.
I trust me, and I'm a pretty tough guy to convince. I'm sure you'll find out that you belong to people a lot more and finer than the Collins family could ever hope to be.
Now, why do you say that?
Because you're a finer person than anyone in that family.
I suppose I should thank you for that.
No, you shouldn't. Because it's true.
Man, the mini courtships of Victoria Winters over here, huh? What an episode. All right, genuinely, the two of them in this hotel restaurant with the music behind them and in those outfits, it's like a friggin' Audrey Hepburn movie.
Well, I think I'll be finished with my business about 5 or 6. Will you be ready by then?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm ready to leave right now.
Except there comes young Frank with some news, perhaps, and a intriguing offer for your evening, I imagine.
From what I hear, he's made a fortune.
Good for him.
Do you mean that?
Of course. I've always envied people like that. Oh, you know me. I had it handed to me. Born with a silver spoon in my mouth. All that kind of thing.
It doesn't show.
Doesn't it? I think that statement has made me happier than any I've heard since I passed the bar exam.
Ugh. You're legging it on thick there.
Look, believe me, Vicky. I'm going to dig until I come up with some sort of answer. I'm going to do everything in the world I can to help you.
Frank found himself a little project, did he? Well, good for you, Frank. Daddy Garner, though, gonna get Miss Victoria in trouble, I think.
I think you ought to know that Victoria Winters paid me a visit this morning and asked a lot of questions. Well, she was in Bangor and called for an appointment. I couldn't very well refuse, could I? No, Elizabeth. No, you're not to worry. Everything is completely under control. You just leave everything to me. I'll let you know.
Daddy's dirty. All right, let's see. Richard Garner, Hugh Franklin there. I don't know Hugh. Let's look him up. Let's see what else he's in real quick, since we got a couple of new faces here. We haven't had that in a while. Hugh Franklin, American actor, stage and screen, best known as Dr. Charles Tyler on All My Children. He played that role from 70 to 83. He had roles on As the World Turns, Dark Shadows, Love of Life. He was in Broadway productions like Joyous Season, I Know My Love, and Medea. He did Alice in Wonderland. He was married for 40 years to Newbery Medal-winning author Madeleine L'Engle. Huh, look at that. She wrote a book about their marriage called Two-Part Invention, The Story of a Marriage, and frequently mentioned him in her other nonfiction titles. He died in 1986. Yeah, all right. Well-known guy there. All right, and who is our Sonny boy? Frank Garner, Conrad Fawkes? Boy, that is a name. Conrad Fawkes. Got a chin like Burke Devlin on him, don't he? He passed away in 2009. Best known for acting in soap operas Kitty Foyle, Dark Shadows, The Edge of Night, The Secret Storm, Hidden Faces, Search for Tomorrow, A Flame in the Wind, and As the World Turns. He was in some feature films as well. He was in What's So Bad About Feeling Good, Serpico, Love and Molly from 74, Prince of the City in 81, and Family Business in 89. That's a Dustin Hoffman, Sean Connery, Matthew Broderick movie. Interesting. All right. I like both of them, honestly. Good job, both gentlemen, and interesting additions. What is going to come of this two-timing that we got going on there? Daddy clearly doing some dirty work for Elizabeth, and Sonny Boy gonna try to run it up the flagpole for Miss Victoria Winters and save the day for our long lost orphan. Interesting turn of events here, especially since we've been so supernatural heavy for a minute, and now we're back to the sort of straight-laced soap opera story. If you're watching these on YouTube, I do want to remind you that you can get access to everything we do early and ad-free, which means probably at this point you got 2 weeks worth of episodes, 6 or more episodes already piled up, ready to watch at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do. And thank you so much to everybody who's already supporting us over there. You make these videos possible. We'll be back soon with episode 93 of Dark Shadows. Gosh, we're so close to 100 now, folks. All right. Thanks. We'll be back soon with more.